already knew Big Four companies like KPMG have 8% acceptance rate, Deloitte 7.8%, and EY even lesser, just 3.5%. But I wanted to know the exact reason behind, so I started digging deep. I discovered that even students from IITs and IIMs also don't always make it into the Big Four. That's why when I realized it's not just about the college name, but one question stuck with me. If not college, then what? I kept digging and finally came across an insider reveal. Actually, these companies use multi-layered filters to monitor our behavior, soft skills, technical skills, aptitude, and almost everything. In this video, I will break down that insider process and give you a 3-phase roadmap from getting your application screened in to nailing the final interview. I am Sakshi Bhayana and this is the final round. Before we jump into phase 1, let's quickly understand what exactly is a Big Four. These are the 4 largest professional services firm in the world: Deloitte, PwC, EY, and KPMG. These are known for auditing and accounting work, but that's just one part of what they do. In last few years, these companies have massively expanded to technology and consulting services. They lead to increased roles in data analytics, cybersecurity, AI, machine learning, cloud consulting, and even software development. Just for your reference, vacancies for tech architects at EY grew 3 times in 2024 in comparison to 2021. They have a full-fledged division called Deloitte USI in India for hiring tech professionals every year. If you think you need to be a CA or accounting topper to get into a Big Four, that's outdated. These firms are now wanting problem solvers, coders, people who understand business, and of course, they mix it up with technology. Let's begin. Phase 1, resume customization and signal mapping. Let me be very honest with you. A former EY auditor revealed that most resumes get rejected under 6 seconds. That's all the time a recruiter at a Big Four spends before deciding whether to move forward or not. So if your application does not instantly speak about what they want to hear, it's a game over. No matter how smart or hardworking you are. That's why preparing for this base is like setting the base for the house. Recruiters don't read but sort of scan your resume. They try to find specific things, and if they get it, they kind of subconsciously signal themselves of getting you accepted. That's why it becomes important for you to learn signal mapping. It is a process of identifying exact skills, exact keywords, certifications, achievements that a Big Four recruiter would like to scan in your resume. Aligning your resume includes these signals that significantly and clearly identifies you with the job role. Now the question arises, how do we know what are they looking for? Step 1, collect. Find 10 to 15 job postings from Deloitte, PwC, EY, KPMG for the exact role you want. Risk analyst, tax consultant, cybersecurity associate, etc. etc. Step 2, identify now. Note down the common skills, tools, certifications, and action verbs across these job descriptions. Step 3, categorize. Once you have this data, then group them into 3 categories. Technical skills like Excel, SQL, Tableau, audit tools, soft skills such as communication, analytical thinking, client handling, certifications like CPA, ACCA, CFA, CA, or even Google Data Analytics. Now let's say you are applying for a risk advisory role. Your signal map will look like technical like Excel power, BI, financial modeling, soft skills like attention to detail, time management, certifications like risk management, certifications or just basic Excel proficiency. Like these certificates are so much required. Now this will help you to remove everything else which is unnecessary and you will be easily passing the recruiter's checklist. But this is not enough because how to put it all in a resume is equally important. If you want to know in detail how to structure and create your resume to pass the filter check, then click on video on I button. Portfolio construction. I trust you will be watching the video and of course learning to create the perfect resume. But here's one more thing which most people ignore. But it can massively set you apart. Attach a portfolio. Before you ask me, wait, what is a portfolio? Isn't that just for designers? Answer one thing honestly. Will you trust a person who has mentioned to develop a system in his resume or another person who has attached a portfolio giving the proof of his work? We both know the answer, so let's learn how to build your portfolio. First step is to select signals. This means that pick 2 to 3 key skills from your signal map. Now, step 2 is to design mini projects that showcase these skills in action. These don't have to be fancy or client-based. Even a self-initiated case study works. Then you have to document this, write a short report, deck, or a video brief explaining the problem you have solved, your process, and of course, the outcome. For example, we picked data analysis as a skill. Now we take companies' financial data from Kaggle or anywhere, analyze trends in performance and create a dashboard in Excel or Power BI. Here, we solved the problem with a solution, not just in theory, but in action. Next time, when a recruiter sees this linked on your resume, this will instantly signal that this person can do the real work. Phase 2, signal infiltration. Big Four recruiters don't hire just potential. Instead, they hire people relevant to modern problems. If your name and work haven't shown up in places they are frequently visiting, you are already at the disadvantage. The key is to put your work on platform where Big Four recruiters and employees hang out, like LinkedIn, relevant industry forums, or even Reddit groups. Also, when you post, tag relevant professionals and use the right hashtags. This shows you are experienced, not technically, but practically, which is more important these days. This does not stop here. There is an effect called mere exposure. It is a phenomenon where people prefer what's familiar, even if they don't consciously realize it. So we have to become familiar, and the best way to do that is by crafting an online presence that's naturally attracting attention. Comment thoughtfully on posts by Big Four professionals and post at least once a week on your profile. Now you have an online presence, so next time when you apply, you don't just attach your resume, and embedded links to your actual work is also important. For example, if you build a financial analysis dashboard using Excel, share a detailed LinkedIn post or a short video explaining how your dashboard cut reporting time by 40% with screenshots. Phase 3. Interviewer psychology. Now let's assume that I strongly believe your resume will make it through the initial screening after this. Here comes the meticulously designed hiring process by Big Four. They retain top talent because they have developed systems to filter out. I will not be telling you things which you can cram and say in an interview, but I will be telling you the objective behind each thing, what they expect in terms of mindset, because words can be different. So Big Four interviews are designed to evaluate you beyond your knowledge. They want to assess your behavior, mindset, and how you handle pressure. The process usually begins with psychometric or gamified tests, followed by interview itself. Psychometric and gamified tests. Before you even meet a recruiter, many Big Four firms use psychometric tests or gamified assessments to filter candidates. Psychometric tests evaluate your numerical reasoning, your verbal skills, your logical thinking, that to be under time pressure. Gamified tests add a fun interactive layer. You might solve puzzles, patterns, recognition games, or even decision-making challenges that reflect your cognitive abilities. For example, you might face a timed numerical test where you analyze financial data quickly, or a game testing your memory and focus. How do you clear these? practice is the key. Use online platforms like SHL or TalentQ to simulate real test conditions. Repeated practice reduces anxiety, making your brain familiar with the test style. Now, I believe most of you will clear these with practice, but now comes the most tricky part. Did you know that Big Four has conducted various surveys internally and their employees revealed that soft skills matter a lot because that's what decides your job role. That's why Big Four, as along with the technical rounds, conduct a behavioral round in the interview. The behavioral questions are designed to see how you handle real work situations. For example, they will ask, tell me about a time you had to lead a team under a tight deadline. They don't want to see what you did. They will mention a tight deadline or something similar to see how you deal with people under pressure. That's why it's not just about what you say. It's about how you structure your response to clearly show your skills and mindset. First, organize your answer using STAR star. Situation, task, action, result. Situation. Briefly explain the context, where and when this happened. Task. What was your responsibility or the challenge? Wait, are you taking notes? The editor has put in a lot of efforts for this. Action. This is the most important part. Explain exactly what you did step by step. Result. End with the outcome ideally. Something positive came from your actions. We already know behavioral questions are designed to reveal qualities like leadership, communication, problem solving, and stress management. So, the second thing you need to keep in mind is that while telling your story, make sure to clearly demonstrate soft skills in the action and result parts. For example, if you led a team, talk about how you communicated goals, managed conflicts, or motivated members. If the task was stressful, explain how you stayed calm and kept everyone focused. This is what Big Four recruiters want because technical skills can be taught, but soft skills determine how well you fit and perform in their fast-paced culture. If you doubt the fact that these interviews are this deeply evaluated, then listen to this insider reveal. If you ask for 5 minutes to think about the question, they will give you that. And after 5 minutes, let's say you wow them. They will note this down for their records. By records, I mean that during the interview process, a dedicated person from the hiring committee will be taking down the notes of what they see of and how the student is responding, reacting, etc., etc. They will keep these notes on record for when the student is hired and they hand these to the student's partner for them to be aware of how the student operates. That's how they monitor everything in this round. This is the reason why they are able to identify top talent. The third thing is to keep in mind is to be honest and reflective. Don't try to give perfect or exaggerated answers. If things didn't go perfectly, it's okay to mention what you learned or would do differently next time. This shows maturity and self-awareness. Psychologically speaking, they see you as someone who can grow and adapt, not just someone who's just trying to impress. Simply put, just remember these 3 things when asked behavioral questions. Structure your answer with STAR. Highlight relevant soft skills. Be honest and show reflection. Or remember the mnemonic STAR high show. STAR for STAR method. High for highlight soft skills and show for honesty and self-reflection. Technical interview. After the behavioral round comes the technical interview, where you showcase your domain knowledge. This is usually conducted by a manager or senior consultant from the domain you are applying to. Their goal is not just to test what you know, but how you apply it in the real world scenario. For example, you're applying for an audit associate. Now they asked, how would you approach recollecting a large set of financial transactions that don't balance? Now, the goal is to think like a problem solver, not a memorizer. Start by analyzing the problem and explain how you would break down the dataset. Also, structure your thoughts clearly before speaking. Pause and organize your response mentally. For example, first outline the types of risk in this particular scenario, then discuss how you would assess each. Present your answer as a step-by-step process. They can ask something to check your reasoning, like, why would you choose one accounting method over the other one for revenue recognition? Just don't say method A is better. Share the pros and cons you weighed, demonstrating your analytical process. Interviewers want insight into your decision making, not just conclusions, because they know better than you do. Also, when explaining, simplify complex concepts. Use simple language. Honestly, the technical interview is less about memorization and more about demonstrating your analytical thinking, problem-solving approach, and a clear communication skill. Interviewers are looking to see how you break down complex problems, weigh alternatives thoughtfully, and explain your reasoning in a structured, simple way. Approach the interview like you're already on the job position. Quick tip for you to remember: curious, methodical, and clear will set you apart. So this is how you can apply and get your desired job role at Big Four. But here is one heartbreaking truth for you. According to a survey by Glassdoor, 85% of Big Four recruiters consider academic performance as a key screening factors. Yes, they look for good grades. If you are in college, so study hard and pursue relevant certifications like CPA, CFA, ACCA, Google Data Analytics, meaningful internships to strengthen your profile. This will be your foundation, and then you can pick from phase 1 to phase 3 and get your desired job. If you have doubts about how to create resume which gets selected in more detail, or how to answer the question, tell me about yourself in an interview, then you can check the channel for detailed, simplified explanations. If you find this video helpful, then do like and comment the next topic which you guys want us to cover. As always, don't forget to subscribe to your own personal guide final round.